Find a woman who will fight for you. Now, I know there's a lot of MGTOW guys out there. Obviously, I don't have many people subscribe to my channel, but over the years, I've encountered a lot of MGTOW men, and I can understand their sentiment, Just walk away, female nature is no good. And it really does seem like that's the way it is, man. Because of gynocentrism, because women view themselves as the prize, you just get this unloyalty, right? The grass is always greener type of attitude. He's always got to impress me. And then because of that, you got certain guys such as Rollo Tomasi writing books on how to, counter female nature, on how to keep a woman around, keep your masculine frame, don't put her on a pedestal, which is not necessarily bad advice. It's not blue-pilled advice per se. But again, it doesn't cut to the core of the issue. It doesn't address the core issue, which is that something is wrong with female nature in and of itself. If she thinks she's the prize, and in the back of her mind, she's always got an escape route. She's always got a backup plan, a backup route. Now, on the one hand, I would say, yeah, anything can happen. You might want to prepare for the best and plan for the worst. Anything can happen, right? A man can cheat on you, a man could dump you, whatever, right? And vice versa. But that still doesn't define the way these women think. She's the prize, and she thinks this because years and years and years of being reinforced with that validation from men. You're so beautiful, this, that, men trying to fuck them, men trying to date them, men trying to buy them things, men trying to do anything to get their attention, men trying to do anything to keep them around. And by the time she gets into a real relationship, at that point, then it's pretty much an exchange or a bartering scenario where she's found the highest quality man that she can with the best resources to give her the best life that she can find, because this is what women do. This is how women use men. They use us for our resources. They use us for our ability to provide for them. They view us as a utility. In their early 20s and their teens, whatever, they chase us for our looks because we're bad boys, this, that, and the third, because their biology is going crazy. They want to get fucked. Many of them want babies secretly, even though they want to have good sex. They want babies too. Right? So they're trying to get what they can. Because again, they're the prize, right? So why should she fight for you? Why should she be loyal to you? What do you offer? Women can't even be loyal to the man who has the most money. When they finally do find that meal ticket, when they finally do find the guy with the highest value, they still can't be loyal to him. They're still selfish. They're still inherently narcissistic and doing things for themselves. My ex-girlfriend went out and chose a man with money. She dumped me because she didn't think I was going anywhere in life. She went out and she found a man with money. Well, guess what? Turns out he can't have kids. The best she could do was she found an older man who was 15 years older than her, moved her in. She lives with him now, but he can't have kids and she wants another kid. So what'd she do? She went back to me and didn't tell me. She didn't tell me her motive to come back to me was having another kid. She kept that from me. It wasn't love. She said it was love. She said she missed me. She was lying. She didn't love me. She wanted another kid. When the rubber met the road and I said, okay, if you want to love me, move out. And, because I'm not going to be with you when you're with this guy. You're texting me. And for 5 months, she said she was planning to move out. 5 months. From March to August. So what happened? She got cold feet the very last second. She had a good job. She could have afforded her own apartment. But she said, no, I don't think I can make it on my own without any financial support. And many people would say, well, you're a man. Why didn't you support her? You're going to have a kid with her. You should have supported her. So that's my only worth to her, was how much money I could bring to the table. See my point? I could get a bunch of money or I could lose a bunch of money. If she comes and is loyal to me when I have money, but she's not loyal to me when I don't have money, then why would I want to have a kid with her? But this is the mentality of many men out there. They have this slave mentality, and they're the horse to carry her around. If the horse has no power, the horse is useless. If the horse can't carry anything, the horse is useless. So what is the worth of the horse? You see my point? A horse is only necessary as long as it's useful. If it's not useful anymore, you don't have the horse. And this is how many women feel about men. If he's not doing anything for me, what do I need to stick around for? You see? There's no such thing as loyalty and love and no. As long as you can pay bills, yeah. Sure, they'll be quote unquote loyal, although many of them aren't. And she wasn't loyal. She moved in with this guy who was 15 years older. And she came back to me for 5 months behind his back, didn't tell him. I got mad. I said, what's wrong with you? Why would you do that? And she still didn't tell me. She just said, I can't afford it. I'm afraid, what if you and I don't work out? No one will support me. So I put two and two together. I said, oh, okay, so you just want to be with this guy because he's a safe bet. And she said, yeah, he's a safer bet. You're right. And this was her mentality. Many people say, well, aren't you a man? I'm not going to fucking break my back for somebody who's not going to be loyal to me when I don't have money. Well, like I said, I'd just be a tool. I'd be a horse for her, you see? But she wasn't even loyal to him because she wanted a kid. Her want for a kid superseded her quote-unquote love for him. She quote-unquote loved him. But yet she cheated on him for 5 months because she wanted something that he couldn't give her. You see? You see how that works? This is female nature. So, like I said, find somebody who will fight for you. If she's looking for a way out, and this is I've never been in a relationship with a girl who wasn't looking for weaknesses in me, who wasn't looking for a way out, wasn't looking for the grass is greener on the other side, another man who had something better than I did. And this is how women view men. They view men like cars. A man says, okay, I got this Honda Accord. I want a better car. Okay, I graduated from a Honda Accord to this Jeep. Okay, I want a better car. Okay, I graduated from a Jeep to this nice SUV. I graduated from the nice SUV to the Mercedes, right? This is how men move up the ladder of nice cars. But it's the same with women. This is how women view men, like a man getting nicer cars. Well, you're good and we have good sex and you're fun and this that, but you don't have enough money for me. Well, this guy, oh well, you got enough money for me, but you're just not. The sex isn't good. I really like your personality. So let me go. So they're just jumping from guy to guy until they can find the guy with the best value, who has the most toys, has the most, all the total package, right? Well, what does that have to do with love? Love is like, I love you because you're special. I love you because you're the one I love. You're the one I choose to be with, regardless if you have money or not, regardless if you got abs or you got a big cock or whatever. I just love you. You might be boring. You might be unfunny. You might tell dumb jokes, but I love you, right? That's love. And look at how much we as men have to overlook. We overlook their weight. We overlook their bad skin. We overlook all kinds of stuff. Their selfishness, because most women are selfish. Most women have a shitty personality. Most women aren't funny. Although I've dated one funny woman and it was good. It was fun. I like funny women, but most aren't funny. And if they are funny, they're not sexy usually. Because the reason why they're funny is because they've had to compensate for being unsexy. Because a sexy woman doesn't have to do much. All she has to do is sit there and breathe. Which is fucked up. I mean, men need to have higher standards, and I've been saying that for years, right? So, good luck. It's hard. It's hard out there, man. It's hard to find somebody who's going to love you for you and fight for you. Wow. That's a concept. Someone actually fighting for you as opposed to just discarding you, as opposed to just, right, not caring about you at all. When's the last time a woman ever fought for you? Jiminy Christmas. When's the last time a woman ever pursued you? When's the last time a woman ever put in any effort at all? Like I said, besides just breathing. Very rare. Imagine if they did. Maybe that would be love. Find a woman who fights for you. That might be love, man. Instead of chasing after her and making sure, oh, do you love me? And I got to appease you and all this, that, and the third. Don't put her on the pedestal. This psychology trick. I'm not going to put her on the pedestal, or I'm going to show my affection to her by not showing affection to her. This weird fucking psychological trips that we got to do. Rollo Tomasi's advice, right? These weird psychological tricks, but that we got to be a bad boy so that, ignore her so that she'll pay attention to you, and all this fucking weird shit that we got to do. Dumb shit. We can't be ourselves, right? Because women are just fucked. They're just fucked up, man. And believe me, I ain't no incel. I've dated many of them, bedded many of them. They believe they're the prize. They believe that men have to fight over them. The men have to fight for them. The men have to do things for them. The men have to buy them flowers and this, that, and the third. Which, hey, if you want to buy your woman flowers, I got no problem with that. If you want to buy her gifts to make her happy, I have no problem with that. But is she buying you gifts? Is she buying you flowers? She doing nice things for you? She taking you out? Think about it. Think about that. How often do we have to take girls out? How often do we have to impress girls? When do they ever impress us? What do they ever do for us? And she should do that whether or not you've tricked her into doing it or not. Because a lot of these guys have figured out what they call a quote-unquote prize frame. The man is the prize, and when he is the prize, then she fights for him and all this weird shit, right? And they figured out how to successfully use that leverage, and it's kind of a loophole, and she chases him